All right, so we're going to talk about the HK VP9A1F. That is a mouthful. All right. Why this gun? And you'll notice kind of an HK theme on my page. I'm not intentionally going for that. That's just kind of how life has happened right now, where I rediscovered some HK stuff that I kind of wrote off before. Hey, would y'all behave? Sorry, the cats are playing. / fighting, to be determined. Hey, y'all be nice. All right, so VP9A1F. Why does anybody care? So I shot the VP9, the original. Wasn't a huge fan. It had, I think at the time, it had 15 round mags, 4-inch barrel. It looked kind of wimpy, kind of weird. I tend to like more full-size guns, like the 5-inch 1911s, the M&P 5-inch models, the Glock 34s, that kind of thing. I like a longer gun. Insert inappropriate jokes. But initially, I saw this on Langdon Tactical's page when they posted a picture on Instagram, and I thought, that's kind of weird looking. I thought maybe the A1 was something that Langdon was doing, not necessarily something that HK was doing. So I Googled the VP9A1, and I bought this from Rooftop Defense. I was very, very happy when I got it because, number one, it didn't cost $1,400 like the Langdon. And then two, it improved upon everything that the original kind of lacked, in my opinion. So, what were those improvements? For me, the grip, number one. So before, you could change the backstrap, but it only affected the hump. And you could change the side panels. But now, to make a long story short, when I got the gun, I took it in the office, and I laid out all the grip panels on the table, and I handed the gun to 3 different coworkers. And each one of them, I was able to find a specific combo of grip panels that worked for them, to where they were like, oh yeah, it would feel good shooting this gun. So I added the biggest backstrap on there and the biggest side panels that I could because I have giant hands. And for me, the biggest thing that made the difference was the front to back length of pull that I could get with this gun. This has the longest length of pull out of any of the guns that I own, and it feels the best to me. So I bought some original VP9 sandpaper grip tape and kind of cut it to fit this gun, put it on there, and started practicing with it. And took it to my first USPSA match in about a year. And I shot, I would say, better than I expected for being gone a year. But I was impressed with the classifier, because when I shot the classifier, which was a series of bill drills, I was able to beat some pretty talented shooters that I had been on my radar locally. I think a couple A-class guys and one M-class guy. And granted, it was a classifier, right? I get it. But the fact that I was able to run the gun that fast and reload it quickly and be accurate really impressed me. Some things that I don't like. I didn't like that I had to order sights from Dawson after ordering 2 other sight sets from Angry Bear Arms that did not fit the gun because they weren't tall enough. I like that I could get an RMR optic plate from Forward Controls. They're kind of the go-to guys, in my opinion, for optic plates. That made me happy. Things that don't really matter to me. The little texture up here on the frame, I didn't really care for. They reprofiled like the slide release on both sides. The mag paddle, they added some texture on the top of it. I mean, is it more grippy? Yeah, but it's not something that I would like. That wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. But one thing that I totally forgot to mention. So the rail. the thing that irritates me is it looks like a pick rail, right? It looks like a Picatinny rail. It has the same dimensions as a Picatinny rail. But when you use a Surefire X300 with the A model, with the Picatinny bar, it doesn't lock on the gun because it's too fat. The front to back distance, you have to use the universal bar or else the light won't fit on the gun. So just a small thing, a little bit of irritation, but it's fine. Overall impression of the gun is it shoots really, really nice. And I've started recommending this to a lot of people as a striker fired duty gun because I've put thousands of rounds through it at this point with no issues. It ran at a match that had like this moon dusty stuff all over the place, and it didn't hiccup anything like that. Plus 17 round mag standard. These are the +5 border special from Taylor Freelance, and they fit in there great. And then one of the other benefits of this gun that they did that I really, really like is there's basically a molded in mag well. So I ran this at a USPSA match against some guys that were running 2011s, and I beat them. And this is a bone stock VP9A1F with a stock trigger. All I did was get forward controls, optic plate, and an SRO mounted on the gun, and then just ran it. And I've been extremely happy. This is now the gun that I demo to students with. I have people shoot it. It shoots great. You know, if I may end up getting the K model and carrying that in the winter with an extra mag or so, but I don't know. This was my gateway HK gun, and ever since then I kind of dove into their other stuff, and I've liked what I've seen. But this gun's really, really cool. If you have a chance, scoop one up. I wouldn't pay the $1,400 from Langdon, and I own Langdon guns. To me, the $1,400 on a striker fired gun is not that smart of a way to go, even though they do good work. This gun doesn't need much. So if you're looking for a striker fired gun, maybe you're an HK fan, maybe you're looking to try something different, I would give the VP9A1F a try and see if it works for you.